Hello everyone, and welcome back to our bizarre and unusual world. Today's episode was actually requested by my lovely friend Vicky, Victorious ASMR, so thank you for the suggestion, hun. Today we will be talking all about the Mexican bridal doll known as La Pascualita. As usual, I will be covering the who, what, when, where, why, and how of this Mexican legend, story, mannequin. Let's start with the where. This legend takes place in Chihuahua, Mexico, and it's actually become quite the tourist destination because of this specific legend. Now on to the what. What is La Pascualita all about, or what is the story surrounding it? So La Pascualita is a Mexican bridal mannequin that sits in the storefront of the window modeling different wedding dresses, as most mannequins do. However, the mannequin itself has a very interesting history, and the legend behind it is what piques everyone's curiosity. Legend says that this mannequin is not a mannequin at all, but a real-life body. As for the who, people actually believe that this mannequin is the real daughter of the original store owner. Not a simple doll, a figure, a mannequin, no. It is the actual body of the store owner's dead daughter, preserved in some way that she can now showcase the wedding dresses in their storefront. While her real name has been forgotten over the years, La Pascualita is the one that is stuck. So the legend goes that the original store owner's daughter died a tragic death actually on her wedding day after being bit by a black widow spider. To honor their dead daughter, they somehow preserved her body and put her in the window so that she could spend the rest of eternity modeling different wedding gowns and being beautiful as her wedding day. Now, as for the when, this mannequin is said to have been placed in the storefront March of 1930 wearing a spring bridal gown. That means that La Pascualita has been in that storefront for like 88 years. Now, back in 1930, locals quickly realized that there was something different about this mannequin when it was placed in the storefront. There was just something off or different about it compared to a regular mannequin. People soon made the connection between the mannequin and the store owner's dead daughter, the resemblance, and the timing of everything. People were convinced that they had somehow preserved their dead daughter and now put her in the storefront to model wedding gowns. As you can imagine, locals did not approve of this idea or this story of them preserving or embalming or doing whatever to their daughter to display her in their storefront. So disapproval and dislike for this mannequin happened fairly quickly. As rumors usually work, they spread through the town like wildfire, and before the family could even issue a statement saying that this wasn't true, no one believed them anymore. The rumor was out and everyone believed that this mannequin was their dead daughter. So why do people believe this legend? It's quite unbelievable that a body could be preserved for all of this time. Well, in 1930, everyone just thought she looked so realistic. From the way her eyes looked, from her hair just looking so real. They even said that her skin had almost a blushing sense about it that did not in any way resemble a regular mannequin. And those ideas have stuck around today, and that's why people still visit this storefront to see such a realistic bride, from the details on her face or her hands. Her hands are a big one. People notice the details on her palms or around her nails. Her hands look extremely realistic compared to a regular mannequin. And with those realistic touches, people continue to believe this legend that she is a real person. Other creepy aspects of this legend, her eyes seem to follow people around, whether that be in the storefront or when people are in the store. Workers in the shop over the years have reported very chilling experiences. No one likes to be left alone with her. They kind of feel like she's watching them, or she has been rumored to move around the shop at night on her own. So the mannequin's outfits are changed twice a week by select employees, of course. One worker named Sonia Barciaga, who has helped change the mannequin, said this about working in the shop. "Every time I go near Pascualita, my hands break out in a sweat. Her hands are very realistic. She even has varicose veins on her legs. I believe she's a real person." That is so creepy. There are, of course, variations to this legend. One says that a love-struck magician comes to the shop every night and with his magic powers brings this mannequin to life, and they go out on the town on dates or do different things. It sounds like a 1980s movie. But the fact is, this story is still bringing people in. People want to learn more about the legend, whether that is going to visit the shop itself or different news outlets picking up this legend. Now let's talk about how this is not realistically possible. As I said, this mannequin has been in this storefront for 88 years. For a body to hold up in that condition for that long is highly unlikely. You would have to have experts caring for the body. The surroundings would have to be a certain way. For example, the Museum of Hoaxes said this: "It would be impossible to embalm someone and have their flesh be preserved that perfectly. For some reason, people tend to think that it's easier to preserve a body than it actually is." So really what it comes down to is, realistically, this corpse would be falling apart after all this time and the conditions that it's in. There's no way that it would hold up after 88 years. Even with modern day technology, there's no way that an embalmed body would last so long. So I mean, that's really the scientific look at this legend, but should we look at the paranormal side to it instead? Perhaps this body has some sort of magic. Was there like a spell cast on the dead daughter that keeps her in this preserved state even after 88 years? Or is that magician still keeping La Pascualita in this preserved state so he can visit her every night? Did something more magical or perhaps supernatural happen back in 1930 that we don't know about that has kept their daughter in such a preserved state? Or we have the other side to this like creepy story, that perhaps it is not her real body, it is just really a mannequin, but is the mannequin haunted? That would explain like the eyes feeling like they're watching you, or the creepy vibes that guests or workers still have in this shop today. A haunted object would explain some of the creepy vibes that everyone still gets. So what do you guys think? Do you think La Pascualita is a real body? The original store owner's daughter's body somehow preserved and kept in this window to display wedding dresses for all eternity? Or do you guys think that that's not possible? Is there some sort of spell that is keeping this body in perfect condition? Or is the mannequin simply haunted with the daughter's spirit? As always, I love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on the topic. I had personally never heard about this legend until Vicky suggested it, so thanks again, hun. If you guys do have any suggestions or topics for future episodes, be sure to message me or comment down below. And give this video a big like if you learned something new about La Pascualita, the Mexican mannequin bride. Thanks so much for watching, lovelies, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.